This is Utah Tech Basketball and the John Judkins Coaches Show.
And hello, all you fine people out in Trailblazer land. Welcome to the John Judkins Coaches Show. Rod Zundel, along with the head coach of the Trailblazers, John Judkins. All right, Coach, it's almost over. You got 2 games left in the regular season, both on the road. Coming off a rough week with 2 losses at home. Right now, you're in the 9th spot, outside looking in for the WAC tournament. 2 games behind Cal Baptist and Stephen F. Austin. Pretty simple this week, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, you win 2, you're in. That's what it is. So we talked about that, and again, even after our game on Saturday, I go, how many games we've played? I mean, it's just gone by so fast. But my assistant said something today, and I didn't know that, but we've won more WAC games this year than we did last year. Our record was better last year, but we have 1 more WAC.
And you won,
game,
you won a
so
couple
we are,
more, right?
Yeah,
and
we are.
You played 2 more games too.
Yeah, and so it's getting better. We're making the right steps. Man, we just had some close ones that we just kind of let get away. And this weekend it was another one. I thought 2 very good teams. Thought we could beat both of them. Tarleton State's they're the real deal. They're loaded, and that's why they're 1 game out of first place right now.
They won their 9th straight against you guys.
They're playing well right now.
And then ACU coming in, they
won
5 straight.
Yeah,
5 straight.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just put this all into perspective here. You're 2 games out of that final playoff spot. Cal Baptist is 2 games ahead of you. Stephen F. Austin 2 games ahead of you. If you end up in a tie for 8th or 7th with Cal Baptist, you own the tiebreaker for the season sweep. Stephen F. Austin, if you play them on Saturday, so that could be the tiebreaker, because if you tie with them and you split, then it goes to the resume seating. Right now they have a higher resume, so
could be crazy.
Got to win, Coach.
You just got to win. You can't worry about everybody else. You just got to win. And again, one thing I've been happy with our guys is they haven't quit. You know, it's been easy to pack it in and think, oh, we're not going to make it. These guys are fighting, and I love that part.
So let's go back to last week. You got a chance to make some hay at home against 2 good teams that they were on the road, probably playing 2 of the best teams that are playing the best in the Western Athletic Conference. Let's go back and show you the highlights. First of all, with Tarleton, they had won 8 in a row coming in. And, Coach, you didn't get off to a good start. You were down 15 in the first 4 minutes, had to fight back.
Yeah, we did. We missed 3 layups. That hurts, too. I mean, that's why the lead's as big as it was. You take 6 points off that, it's a whole different deal. But, they kept fighting back. We got down like 17-2. And then all of a sudden it was 21-18. We made a great run and came back and did some really good things. Our defense, but then our shots started going. Like I said, missing those 3 layups definitely did hurt us. But we fought back, got back in the game, and then we started to play a little bit.
Teray coming off the bench had 12 points, and that cut the lead to 3 right there. You felt pretty good about yourself.
Yeah, and here we go. We're starting to play, and we're not turning the ball over. And that these Texas schools, when you play them, they really try to get steals and turnovers. And if you take care of the ball, you're going to get good shots. And that's kind of what got us back in the game.
Yeah, Tarleton went on a 16-5 run in the half. You were down double digits, then tried to fight back. Didn't quit in the second half.
No, we did. There's a great one. We got a good defensive stop, and then Beyond just gets the outlet and takes it in and finishes. We've been working on that, trying to get some finishes. Here, a great shot fake by Noah, another great pass, and then Tennessee. Again, I thought he had a really good weekend for him. We didn't have Jalen that game. He came in and started and played really well. Yeah, and played really well. And then he played well on Saturday, too. Here's another one. Good hands, tipped the ball. Trey gets a steal, gives it up to Eric. Did a great job getting to the line and finishing it. He should have got a foul on that one. But I love how he went strong to the basket, didn't worry if they're going to block it or not, and get it easy. But again, it starts with our defense, Rod.
Yeah.
And here's a good one. We get Larry the ball, little spin cycle, right action.
That's a new move we haven't seen.
Yeah, and again, Larry's getting a little bit more comfortable with our stuff. He's got to post up harder and want the ball, because I think we can hurt him. There's Tanner posting really hard.
Yeah.
Really hard. We got the ball inside to him, and again, if he posts that hard and that low, there's nobody that's going to stop him.
He had a really good second half in both games.
Yeah, there again, look where he's getting the catch. He's getting it right in that circle, which we want. He's not getting it outside the block, and sometimes he kind of leaks out. It hurts us. There's a great read. And again, they call it intentional F1 right there, which was nice. But we missed the foul shots. Larry missed both. Got the ball at balance to score. But we're making a run. We're starting to do some things. And if we take care of the ball, we share the ball, I think we're one of the best teams in the LAC. When we struggle, it's because we try to do too much, or we try to thread needles with our passing, and we get turnovers that lead them to go on runs.
Well, the first half he shot 39%. Second half he shot 58%,
Yeah.
Coach.
Again.
And a lot of that's going inside to Tanner.
Well, again, we had the 8 turnover. I believe this is the game. We had 8 turnovers, and they had 17 or 18 points.
Yep, 23.
23 off turnovers. The second half, we had 8 turnovers that only led to 2 points.
Yeah.
And so the turnover, you're going to have them, but you can't have them that lead to layups or lead
Yeah.
to fast breaks and get the run. So you are right. We shot the ball better second half because we shared it. We didn't turn it over.
Yeah.
A missed shot is better than a turnover, Rod. And believe it or not, people don't understand that, but it's true. I'd rather have a shot, a chance for an offensive rebound, a chance for a foul. Turnovers are nothing but negative.
And your points in the paint, Coach, dominating. You beat him 40-28. It's just the free throws and turnovers leading to easy points that cost you again.
Yeah, that's one thing early in the year, not early in the year, probably a month ago, so we talked about 3 things we had to fix. 1 was turnovers, 2 was foul shooting percentage, and 3 was rebounding. We've done 1 out of the 3. Rebounding, we've been dominating the last 3 or 4 games, and that's also post-play. But we got to get those turnovers down. We got to get those foul shots to drop.
And Noah had Gonzalez had one of his better weeks, 16 points in this game, and not just 3-pointers too. He was going and getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, teams are starting to catch on to him. They're trying to, trail him off screens and stuff. And Noah's doing a good job reading them and curling and getting to the basket and getting fouled. And then his shot fake's been outstanding. He's really doing a great job getting him up in the air and make him pay for leaving their feet.
Tennessee Rainwater getting his first start in Trailblazer uniform, 11 points on 5 of 10 shooting. Pretty good.
Yeah. He's growing up right now. He's getting a lot better. He understands. He's not just ducking his head and driving. He's kind of reading things better. I love how he attacks the glass on the rebounding. He's always been. That's one of his strengths. He's always had, and he's done a good job with that.
And then Yu Toure had a good week off the bench, 12 points, 5 assists against Tarleton.
Yeah, and again, he's seeing things better. He's starting to read the screens. We still have been struggling. We've been working on that a lot. You got to read the help. You can't worry about your guy. You got to read the help. Where's the help coming from? When Tanner and Larry and Beon and Caleb and Trey are all rolling, where they're helping from? Wherever they're helping from, we gotta make them pay for that, and they're doing a lot better job of that.
Okay, so you have a couple days to get ready for Abilene Christian. They beat Southern Utah on Thursday. They had won 5 in a row coming into this thing, and with your loss now, you were 2 games behind. So if you beat them, you were still right there with them, but they could clinch a spot in the WAC tournament with a win. And as we show you the highlights of Abilene Christian, much better start this time around.
Well, they're fighting for a spot too. There's the one we talked today about too, is we pushed the ball up, transition, really shared the ball right. There's like 4 great passes, extra passes for shots. And then Tanner Silling, going strong, misses it, staying with it, kicking it out.
Extra pass.
An extra pass and a wide open 3, and we take that all night. Noah's got to shoot that all night long. And again, but just working hard. There's a great move by you. A little crossover, a fake crossover, come back, got the guys on his heels, and did a great job of reading that.
Then Tennessee showed us a couple things. You knew he could shoot. Showed us a couple things here in about a 5-minute stretch.
Yeah, he's been driving really well, and so that one they went under the screen. Again, he read it. They go under screens, you shoot it, and that's what he did. And then later on, he does a good job of shot faking, and they fly at him, and there he goes. So again, once you set up your game, you start from the inside and move out, and that's exactly what he did. He hit that 1-3, and then they came out on him. Here's good defense again, and then again, you just going strong to the basket. Don't worry about getting blocked. Just go strong and finish. We haven't done that very well, and we've been working on that this last couple of days. Great screen by Trey. He doesn't get credit for that. We miss it, but Beon did a great job. He had 10 boards on this game and did a really good job keeping those alive. Again, there's Noah's drive you're talking about, where they're trailing him on screens, don't want to give up a 3. He reads it, gets a wide open layup. We'll take that. Here's a bad shot, rebound by Jalen, pushing the ball up. We like this, and then way to run the floor is Beon. Our bigs got to run. When our bigs run, we're pretty good.
Beon had 6 offensive rebounds. And then Oleinka.
Yeah, good hands. Kind of behind him a little bit. He made a good catch. And then if he's at the rim, he's gonna score. He's gonna dunk that or what have you. So
Beon, all the way from the three-point line, got his 6th offensive rebound.
Yeah, again, you gotta have guys that go every time. You can't just go when you want to go. You got to go every time it's shot. We've been preaching that. There's one, he just grabs his arm. I can't believe that's not a foul.
And then you went back to Tanner again in the second half, and he really dominated the paint again.
Look where he's getting catches again, Rod. He really wanted the ball. I mean, this is where I see Tanner. There's games I see Tanner, he's really aggressive and wants the ball. And there's some games I don't see it as much. But tonight, that game, he really wanted to. There's another one, ducking him in. Look where he's getting a catch. A good, hard, strong move.
He's shown us that little fader a couple times this year.
Yeah, some are better than others.
Yeah. Then they went on a 7-1 run the next couple of minutes to just put it out of reach, and you guys kept coming back, though.
Yeah, we kept fighting that one. They had to review it, gave him a 2 instead of a 3, which is a good call. His foot was on the line. But again, I love the effort, Rod. We just didn't come out. We had chances, but we just could not get over that edge right there. But a lot better start that game. But again, those guys are good too. They're fighting for a position. They were a couple of weeks ago. They were just like we were out, and they got hot, and they beat Grand Canyon at home, and that kind of got them going. And I thought they got a very good team and did well.
They hadn't won a road game up until the last 2 weeks, and they won all the road games. Noah averaged about 19 points last week. He had 21 points, 4 of 12 shooting from beyond the arc. Again, he really started feeling it. But I think a lot of that has to do with them respecting now his driving ability.
Well, that, and then we've changed some things offensively, try to get him more looks because he is playing well. We try to almost get him and Tanner together to see how they're going to guard that, because those are kind of our 2 leading guys right now. And we've done a good job with that, and he's done it well, reading those screens, like you said.
Beyond, he had 6 offensive rebounds, 15 and 10, a double-double for him. He really had a good week, and it seems like he's gotten over some of the health issues, and he's really getting stronger now.
Well, we don't knock on wood yet, Rod. Who knows? But no, you're right. He's done that. He's been, he helps us when he's out there. But we didn't have him in the Seattle game, and it came down to the last play of the game. We don't have Caleb lately. Those are 2 guys that we love to have at that 4th position for that rebounding purposes.
Yeah. Okay, so both teams shot 48%. You out-rebounded Abilene Christian by 8. But free throws, they missed 3, you missed 9, and you had 18 turnovers for 23 points. That's where everything else was good, Coach.
Yeah,
you were there. Just those couple of stat lines kind of did you in.
Just those little things, and we've talked about that all year long. Just do those little things. Get the loose ball. There's a couple in that game on Saturday. Kind of got mad where I thought we could have got the loose ball and we didn't. We didn't go get it. We can't have that. I mean, we're on the line now. We got to play like it's our last game, and right now we got to fight for everything we can get.
Was that your main message in the locker room afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, those 2 games we thought if we could get one of those or maybe both, it opened it up. But we got to lay it on the line. And Coach Morris had a little video. We saw a little motivation video before it. It talked about, hey, just an inch, take an inch, do an inch. Everybody give an inch, a little bit more. The more you can give, and the little things will pay off. And sometimes those little 50-50 balls like that make a huge difference.
And before the game, Tanner Christensen, your big man, he was honored. His family was there. And he's a junior athletically, but a senior plus academically. And that was his last home game.
Yeah, it was hard to see him go. I tried everything I could to talk him in. But he's got his master's.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great student, great player, great athlete. We appreciate all that he's done. And we wanted to do something nice for him.
Yeah.
And all of our guys. But I was kind of hoping to get him back one more year, but
he spent 2 years here after transferring from the University of Idaho, and in that short amount of time, he moved up the list. He did a lot of great things. One of your best shot blockers that you've had, and one of the best rebounders as well.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. We're going to definitely miss him, and we're just grateful that he gave us a chance to coach him. I'm glad he came here. I first tried to get him early, and he said no. He wanted to go somewhere that had an MBA. And we didn't have that, and then he called back and said, hey, I think I want to come and do the accounting thing, and thank goodness. So I do appreciate him. He's got a great family. He's got his wife and her family are local. They're great. They support us. They come to almost every game.
Yeah, they do.
It's so fun
Away
to have
as
that.
well, yeah.
So we're going to miss them, and like I told him at the end, hey, we just got to finish for you, man. Let's get this tournament. Do it for Tanner. If we don't want to do it for ourselves, let's do it for Tanner because he deserves it.
Well, he's a good dude.
Great guy.
He's just fun to be around. He's got that little smile, kind of soft, dry sense of humor. That's just awesome to be around. So,
yeah.
All right, well, that was last week. We're going to look ahead to the upcoming week. Do or die, now or never, back against the wall, whatever else you want to say. That's where you're at, Coach.
That's where it is.
And also, redshirt freshman Cade Madsen will join us, making his debut. That's when the John Judkins Coaches Show come back.
He's on the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10.
You wouldn't want an incomplete football game. So why use a website with incomplete listings of Southern Utah properties? SouthernUtahRealestate.com is the most complete, most accurate, and most comprehensive property search in Washington County. Because we're not focused on everything, just on the part that we like the best. Find your Southern Utah home at SouthernUtahRealestate.com.
Finley Hyundai, committed to high-quality service and sales for local drivers. Stress-free car buying guaranteed.
Got a project at work or around the house? Well, think Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all the top brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Stihl. Plus, Bucks has the best sporting goods department. You've got to see their gun department. It's stocked with a great selection of guns and ammo and accessories. 2 locations at the Dino Crossing in St. George or State Street in Hurricane.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
It's any card for the win right now at Mountain America Credit Union, which means it's time to score some cash. Simply tap, swipe, or click checkout with any Mountain America debit or credit card to be entered into a weekly giveaway for up to $500, now until September 30th. Visit macu.com/anycard to learn how to earn extra entries or to open a new account today.
The give and go to Hamed Oliika, the hammer dunk and the foul. Demings all the way to the rim, good with the left hand. Noah Gonzalez 3-ball, yes sir, Noah G for 3. Pump fake by Tennessee Rainwater, down the lane and hammer. Oliika hammers it down with 2 hands. Riley with another rebound and puts it back up and in. Spins inside on Benio, puts it up and in, the little 5-foot fader.
Some of the top plays from last week's 2 games at home, Coach. So you had a lot of good moments there. Just a couple of stat lines kind of reached up and grabbed you a bit.
I'm glad you had the good highlights, not the bad highlights.
Yeah, there were more good highlights than there were
was.
bad.
That's again, we did some good things, Rod. We really did. And we again after a game, I'm worse at this. I go back and see. In my mind, I'm seeing all the negative. And you go back and watch it, and you're like, oh, that was pretty good. And we did that good. And, we just got a couple little things we got to tweak, but I like it.
So welcome to the John Judkins Coaches Show, his debut, redshirt freshman Cade Madsen. Cade, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, you went to high school in Las Vegas, right?
Yes, sir.
So what was the reason for coming to Utah Tech and St. George? I know it's close to home. That's a benefit, but you had some other offers.
Yeah, that was the main thing. It was close to home. My grandparents live here. A lot of my aunts and uncles live here as well. So it was really just about family, and I love St. George. I've been coming here since I was a kid, so it really just feels like my second home.
Yeah. Basketball-wise, what did you like about the Trailblazers and Coach Juddy to bring you here besides the proximity?
Yeah, well, I talked to Coach Judkins since I was little as well.
Yeah, he came to camp, man.
Camps, yeah.
He's MVP of our camp a few times.
Really?
Yeah.
I came down here.
I think he was like 8 or 9 or 10. It was like, we got to keep our eye on him.
Wow.
I'd come down to summer camps here, so I already knew Coach Juddy a little bit, and my uncle worked with Coach Schroeder when he worked at this school, so I had a little connection there, so I just felt like it was the right fit.
Yeah, and you come from an athletic family. Your dad ran track at Utah Valley and
sir.
BYU.
Mm-hmm.
And BYU gave you a look as well, right? You stole
bit.
from BYU.
There you go.
And your mom was a cheerleader, dance
Cougarette.
Team? Cougarette at BYU?
At BYU, yes, sir.
That's some athletic genes, Coach.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And so what did you like about his game besides, coming here when he's 8 or 9 years old.
Well,
get to know him.
Yeah, he was pretty good that way. Yeah, he's always like gym rat. Always wanted to be in the gym and working. The one thing that hurts him is his size, and he always said that from growing up. That's like my son. It's just the size, but he understands the game. His IQ of the game is very, very good.
Yeah.
And so again, we've offered him a preferred walk-on and say, hey, come on up and play. And again, these are the kind of guys that don't get enough credit.
Yeah.
He's there every single day. He's working his tail off every single day. He's not on scholarship, but he's doing all the things that we need him to do. And we just don't give him enough praise of what he does, because it's hard. I redshirted before, and it's not an easy thing to do. That's kind of your practice is kind of your games.
Yeah.
But he's been ready. He's been great on the bench. He's been great, on the road, getting our guys, and he does the things that nobody sees.
Yeah.
But as a coach, you appreciate and you see.
Yeah. And Cade, you don't need to sugarcoat it. I mean, it's
he's 100% from the line. He's the only one that's 100%.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2.
He's on.
Hasn't taken a shot yet though, so he's perfect from the floor as well.
Yeah.
True. So you don't need to sugarcoat this, but it's not fun. Sucks.
No.
To come from being a star in high school and here and having to bide your time and practice every day, work hard as everybody else, and just not seeing the time, hoping and working towards that moment when you'll get your chance to shine. So how have you been able to handle that? How have you been able to cope with that? That's difficult.
That's hard.
Yeah, it was kind of hard in the beginning, but I've kind of just learned to appreciate my role and the opportunity that I have, and I'm friends with all the guys, so I want them to do good. I want us to win as a team because the team's a reflection of me as well. And so I really just am trying just to get the guys fired up and cheer them on to the best of my abilities.
You know what I noticed in practice and that I liked? That the look on his face when he's practicing, it's serious business out there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he gets after it. He wants to not only just prove that he deserves playing time, but he wants to make those other guys better. Yeah. And I can tell when he doesn't do exactly what he thought he should do, I can tell the frustration. And you do get frustrated. I see that, and I can see how much it means to you, and you got to love that, Coach.
Again, that's things that people just don't see, but we do. We see that, and it's so appreciative of what that is, because it's hard to get the other guy. I mean, he could pout, he could, no, I'm not playing, I'm not going to work hard, but he doesn't do that. And those are the kind of guys we want on our team. Yeah. And we talk about it all year long. It's playing time or not playing time. You got to be ready, number one, which he is. You got to be a cheerleader on the bench when you're not playing to make your team. And we always say, look yourself in the mirror when the game's over. Have you done your best to help us win? It could be playing, it could be cheering, it could be motivating your team. Yeah. He can actually say that, and that's impressive to us.
Well, you look, he's got the basketball body. Probably could use a haircut, but
he needs to get taller.
He's got the basketball body. We got to stretch him a little bit.
True.
But he's a good shooter, and he's a good ball handler. I mean, he's everything you want as a teammate and as a coach to help your team get better, even though he's not seeing the time out on the floor.
And he'll keep working. That's what he does. That's the thing about him. And how much he's put on some weight. He's got stronger. When he came his first year, he wasn't as big. He's really done a good job of getting in that weight room, and you can see a big difference on him.
He's buff.
He doesn't get bumped around as much as he used to as your freshman year, no question.
Not as much.
All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself. We mentioned your parents, athletes, and a dancer at BYU and Utah Valley. Tell us a little bit more about your family, your upbringing.
Well, I was born in Fresno, California. Like I mentioned to you guys before, moved to Las Vegas, lived there ever since, and I come from a pretty big family. I have 2 younger brothers and 2 younger sisters. My family just loves sports. We've just been around sports our whole lives. Like you mentioned, my parents did stuff in college, and they did in high school as well, so they always encouraged us to play sports and play a lot of sports.
Yeah. And you were a 3-sport athlete, football, basketball, and volleyball. And you were a star on the volleyball floor. Does he got the hops without the height?
He does dunk, and he can dunk. Right? So yeah, he does. So he's like you said, he's that Vegas or Nevada. The volleyball's big.
Caleb.
You got Caleb. You have Owen Mackey here locally that he played a lot of volleyball as well. So they do, and I love that. In fact, our volleyball coach has asked these guys to come practice with them once in a while. I say, when the season's over, they can come over and practice with those girls and get those girls out. So it's fun. I love the 2-3 sport athlete. I think sometimes in high school we miss that. They try to focus on one, And I see more injuries in that way, and I just think, hey, you're only in high school once. Have fun and do that. And that's exactly what he did.
So you were a star both on the basketball and the volleyball team. Where are you better at, volleyball or basketball?
Probably basketball. On the volleyball team, we had a couple other guys that went and played Division I at BYU and Pepperdine, so I kind of got carried.
Wow, those are two good volleyball schools.
They're two good volleyball schools, so I did my part, but I definitely got carried a little bit.
Do you ever get confused with the Matson that's playing up at the University of Utah?
No. People have asked if we're related, but I've never.
Okay, I just had to ask that because your first names are close too.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I hear it on the TV and I'm like, whoa.
What'd you do?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we come to the part of the show where it's Juddy and mine's favorite time. It's Cade's Kid Picks. Check them out.
Oh.
You were a mutton buster growing up.
I was indeed.
Is that what you're doing, riding mutton?
Riding the sheep.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
road.
He goes on radio, he's in his chaps and got his scarf and
his hat
and all that. And
then he went to the scooter.
The
scooter. Yep.
Looks like he's getting some air right there.
Yeah, and look at that hair.
The
different
buzz
from
cut.
what it is now. The buzz cut.
Under that, yeah.
He said his barber's up north. He's going to get it up there. But he's got a friend he's seeing that likes the long hair, so you know how that goes.
Okay, now, I love the rodeo, so I grew up around it.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you get involved with that?
Well, my grandpa, he's always been big into the rodeo over there in Clovis, Fresno area in California, so growing up, I went to the rodeo with him and my family, and we just loved it. They have sheep in their backyard I would ride, and they just had a whole-on farm in their backyard.
Wasn't that the best time of your life?
Oh, it was
just
awesome.
going there and just grabbing on and just holding on for dear life?
Yeah, it's the best.
Did it all the time
Simple.
growing up on the farm.
Simple.
Yeah.
That's your dad's side, right? Your dad's
That's my mom. Oh, yeah, my
your
dad's side. My dad's side. Yep.
So you never made the transition from sheep to calves to steers to bulls?
No, I was too scared to do that. The sheep are
bro.
soft.
Yeah, he's smart.
He's
a lot
smart.
smarter than a lot of the rest of us. So, all right. So this week, I don't want to say it, but you can lose both and still get in, but you don't even want to think about that.
No, we're not.
You got to you got to win both of them to give yourself the best chance possible.
That's it, and playing our best, and we are playing good, Rod. Believe it or not, we're losing, but we're playing good basketball. We just got to fix some little things, some little teeny things, and you can get on a winning streak and you can get on a losing streak, and right now it's that losing. We got to change it, and Thursday's going to be that time. Yeah,
and Cade, with the guys in the locker room, you guys know what needs to be done. Is there a chance you guys might be too uptight, too much pressure on yourselves?
I don't think too uptight. I think we're ready, we're preparing, and we know we can do. Like Coach Judkins is saying, we're playing good basketball. We just are a couple plays away every game, and we know that a good bounce of the ball could lead to a win. And so we're just trying to stay motivated, and we know that we just got to win.
Well, if you do beat UTRG, when you beat UTRGV, and when you beat Stephen F. Austin, that'll make a season sweep off of both of those teams. So if the tiebreaker is the SFA and Frank Staney gets to see him for one more final time, former Trailblazer, then you'll own the tiebreaker. So you're in a good spot, even though you're a game looking out.
Yeah.
Things are looking. You still got some optimism there. And
we still got a chance. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We still got that chance to get in there where you look at UTRGV and Southern Utah, they're done. That they know they're out. We're not. So we got that chance. We got to keep fighting. And we talked about today is, hey, we got to play that game or on practice or anything else. You got to play it like it's the last play of the game. And if we do that, I think our odds our chances are good.
So you play UTRGV on Thursday, then Stephen F. Austin plays at home Southern Utah on Thursday, then you two meet on Saturday. So going to be an interesting, nerve-wracking, and I like to go back to the Elvis song. Words were never uttered more perfectly for this situation. It's now or never.
Oh, gee.
Tomorrow's too late.
Holy moly.
Not
Elvis. You know who Elvis even is?
I do know who Elvis is. Vegas.
Oh, it's Vegas.
There you go. Yeah. So,
do you know who Wayne Newton
Thursday's
is?
game against UTRGV's tip-off at 5:30, 5:15 pregame on Trailblazer Sports Vision and the Fan Sports Radio Network. This is our final show.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been fun. It's been good.
Yep.
You got to meet everybody on our team.
Yep, everybody.
I thought that was really cool.
So when you do make the WAC tournament, we'll have a little bit, but not, because we'll be in Vegas next week. So, but this is our final show as we've known it here and there. So thanks. You've been great to work with, and all of your players. We learned a lot. about them.
It's fun.
So,
That's why I like to do it. I want people to get to know our guys. We've got a great bunch of guys. And again, I want to give shout out to also for our fans.
Yeah.
Great support this year, especially Saturday. That was amazing.
that was the best one besides the Utah Valley and the Southern Utah.
Yeah, so thank you.
I want to bring a couple guys in here
Oh,
as
here
well.
they come.
We got Spencer Porter here.
Spencer Porter.
Spencer, you're from the Salt Lake area, right? Ogden. And Ethan Herrick, you're from north of Ogden. Yeah. Here, come over here.
Where are you?
Slide
North
over
of
a little
Ogden
bit.
where?
These,
Roy.
Yeah, these are our interns. They help out with the video, the
Behind
shooting
the
the
scenes
video,
stuff, baby.
the editing, and also reporting. They're students here at Utah Tech, and they're getting a lowdown on what it's like to do this on a daily basis, and they're doing great, by the way.
Are you going to continue?
He's done. He's graduating.
Oh, wow.
We're going to try to get him a job in
that's good.
in the
Hope you do.
sportscasting. He's got a ways to go, so he's going to continue to help us. But also our crew today, Curtis from Boise and Peyton from Mesa, Arizona. Our crew here, they're all students.
Been great.
You
Been
guys
awesome.
are students,
Yeah.
and it's a great way. So if you want to get into sportscasting, broadcasting, video editing, producing, all that, come on down.
Love it.
Be as cool as these guys. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.
Thanks,
Kate,
guys.
thanks for showing up.
Thank you.
Thursday, 5:30 in Texas. See ya.